Alright, let's check out what's going on with green Metaverse token, then I'm going to make a separate video where we cover green Satoshi token. So, starting off with the daily on GMT, you can really see we've actually come back up to your 786 Fibonacci. We've got actually three daily rejections on the 786 Fibonacci, and now we're heading down. This is very indicative that this is a confirmed trend reversal, and we are flipping macro bearish, or about as macro as you can get when the chart started trading on the 9th of March over on Binance. So looking at your momentum indicators before we move on from the daily, you can see the squeeze bomb is exponentially moving to the downside. Until this starts to subside, I would keep on expecting that the trend is your friend until the end, and we're going to keep on moving down. Similarly, you can see your EMA ribbons, the short-term moving average is not moving down too fast because we are somewhat near the moving average, but you can actually see that this could potentially be flipping approximately within the next 4 or 5 days, and I actually think a big flush out for the altcoin market is going to be coming next week, if not this month, so within the next 2 weeks or so. Could be wrong, don't have a crystal ball, but looking at Bitcoin, this triangle breakdown is the same as this triangle breakdown from the all-time high, in my opinion, and this capitulation wick we're seeing below, bought up by a bunch of volume, reminds me exactly of what happened in 2017 when peak greed returned back into the markets right here. I'm seeing the exact same here. People are still talking about buying the dip when you've got projects like Luna down 99.999%, and people are still telling me, I'm going to buy the dip on Luna, I'm going to buy an NFT of a monkey that's worth 10 grand, I'm going to buy, an NFT of a shoe so I can participate in some, move to earn kind of system. And I'm here to tell you that is peak greed, and in my opinion we need to flush out the people who are here for quick bucks. I've got tons of people messaging me, I get messages from some of my followers that say, what trade can I make where I can put money in and 10x my money in like a week. And I'm telling you, that is greed. That is peak greed. If you're not here to put your money into Bitcoin and watch your gains slowly accumulate over time, then it's probably not going to work out the best for you in the long term. So that's just my opinion on this. I was here in 2017, and all the peak greed that I'm seeing in the markets right now really correlates to what I'm seeing at this moment in time. So daily time frame doesn't look too good in my opinion. Looks pretty shabby. You can see we've broken down from this trend line as well. EMA ribbons look like they're about to start converging on themselves. Coming into the 4-hourly time frame, we were so perfectly able to enter and exit the market on GMT. We got down here, we got down here before the EMA ribbons loaded in at around about 35 cents. We literally traded this all the way up. We kept on riding the hype on this, and then as the EMA ribbons flipped bearish at $3.50 is when we exited the market. I was in over a 1000% trade on my green Metaverse token position, and we sold literally as these flipped bearish at $3.50, because previously we kept on hammering in the trend is your friend until the end, the trend is your friend until the end. We're clearly riding the 4-hourly EMAs until we flip bearish on them. There's no reason to worry. What did we do? We broke down from them, we confirmed them as resistance, we broke down. These were shorted, or rather the short-term moving average moved below the long-term moving average. That's indicative that you're about to have a bearish flip. We had the bearish flip, we sold, and since then I've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for an area where I could potentially DCA. Now we're 60% down from where I sold, and when I said DCA, this was before I saw what was going on with this capitulation chart. And if this does play out, if we do have that weekly close below 29, it could get very ugly. So be very cautious with these altcoins right now. Like I said, 4-hourly time frame. I'm not even going to focus too much on this flip that we've seen on the 4-hourly squeeze bomb, because every time we do this, it's normally just a sign that you're retesting your EMA ribbons before you roll down. You can see every single bunny hill that we've had to the upside correlates to these baby flips that we have on the squeeze bomb, and it always ends up being a rejection. So we can go as high as $2 really. We can even poke our head above this, come up to like 205, 207, and if we don't break out of this invalidation point and we just M out or head back down, then we're obviously still going to be bearish. So I'd be very cautious if you're looking to go all in on these altcoins. Like I said, I don't have a crystal ball, I'm not going to be right on everything. I'm just looking at the data, and in my opinion, I do think the breakdown is going to be more likely than the break up. Now, you can see the apex of this triangle that we're in is going to be out in the next 2 days. So by Monday, we should have a break up or a breakdown. If we do have a break up, I'm not going to be taking the trade, simply because I do think it can be super risky to enter altcoins right now. I'm only going to be DCAing Bitcoin between the levels of 34,000 and any lower than that, to be fair. I'm still going to be DCAing Bitcoin and not touching altcoins. It could get a lot more ugly, in my opinion. Like I said, this is my trading plan. What you do with your money should always be up to you. Do your own due diligence, do your own research. Don't just, listen to a YouTuber who's telling you their trading plan and then make it yours. I always think you should get information from multiple sources. If you don't do your own TA yourself, if you don't look at these charts, then learn TA. Don't just watch me if you want green metaverse token analysis. I recommend to go out there and look at different charts, different perspectives, because my perspective is not going to cover everyone else's perspective, and I'm going to miss something that other people are going to notice, and other people are going to miss things that I'm going to notice. I always feel like you should get a plethora of information from as many sources as you can. Learn TA yourself, learn how to read the charts, because at the end of the day, you're the person investing your money. It's only going to end bad for you if you invest money and lose money. It's not going to matter to anyone else. It only matters to you. And the same with me. I could watch another YouTuber, I could watch Ben Cohen, and Ben Cohen could say, buy the dip with everything, and I buy the dip with everything, and then it goes to zero. I have no one to blame but myself. So be very cautious when you're trading, especially when you're trading these move to earn. So if we do break down, we could have a pretty nasty capitulation over on green metaverse token. You could see this could take us down to 48 cents. That would be brutal, and it wouldn't be the furthest thing from the realm of possibilities, because coming back to this accumulation range could mean that we're coming down to 56 cents. Let me straighten this up. This is driving me crazy looking at this from a wonky position. But yeah, we extrapolate this over. Actually 26 is what it's saying now, but I don't think we'd be breaking out for the next 12 hours or so, the next day. I imagine this would be coming into next week, so I mean, the longer it takes, 35 cents or so could be where we're breaking down. If we break down from the apex, you could see this would perfectly bring us in. So I'm going to leave this round about midway, 40, 35 cent. I could imagine us going down to those levels, but what I've previously been saying in my videos is I think we're going to move down to this level. We've been predicting a 62% drop. We've moved down a tiny bit, nothing crazy. We're only down 7% since we made that prediction. Yeah, basically 7% on the dot, it looks like. But, moving this down, I do still think altcoins could have a lot further to go down if Bitcoin does capitulate. So I'm just telling you my trading plan. I think it's, much more sensible to buy Bitcoin in these ranges. This is just what I feel comfortable with my trading plan, my risk to reward ratio. This is what works for me. Always do your own due diligence. Think over your own trading plan. How much are you willing to gain? How much are you willing to risk? How much are you willing to lose? That all depends on whether you should be buying Bitcoin or whether you should be buying altcoins. I can't answer that for you because, I don't know your own personal life. I don't know how much you make. I don't know how much you're willing to lose. I don't know what your portfolio is like. So do your own due diligence, look at this yourself. But I think that GMT is going to be breaking down to approximately 90 cent, all the way down to potentially 40 cent. But I think 56 cent is going to be a good ballpark range to where I plan on seeing GMT move down to. I don't have any DCA price targets for you at this moment in time. Like I said, while Bitcoin looks like it's in this capitulation phase, I'm only going to be buying Bitcoin. That's all I'm interested in. GMT could go down to 10 cent and I would not care. I still wouldn't be DCAing until Bitcoin has a reversal. That's all I've got. I hope you found some value in this video. Like I said, I'm going to hop over to green Satoshi token now, do some analysis on that. And if you are looking for green Satoshi token analysis alongside green metaverse token, I do provide both. So hope to see you in both videos. That's all I've got. As always, cowboy out, not financial advice. Most importantly, peace.